religious, we'll call it culture, are very concerned about being absorbed into globalism with generations from now nothing but mush and no flavor left anyplace. It's not just, I would say, the Abrahamic religions that are worried about saving their children. It's also a cultural thing. I'm just asking this question generally. Do people generally in India look down on you if you marry outside of your culture, your religious culture?
Not only religious culture, but caste. Okay, people are people. When you have a child growing up, let's say in the strict Baptist tradition, Baptist church, you hope that child marries another Baptist. Well, if they're not going to marry a Baptist, maybe another Christian. Well, if that child chooses a Muslim, you are having a big culture shock. You go through a lot of talk, figure out, and if you love the child enough, you accept it. That's the same thing that goes through a Hindu or an Indian mother too. First preference, your caste, community, village group. That doesn't happen. Something extended within the state, same language group, same food group, that kind of food practice group. If that doesn't happen, anyone Indian. And if that doesn't happen, anyone may be a different faith. As long as they can live together, as long as they don't get divorced, as long as they can go together. Let me give you an intake here. Many Indian immigrants of Hindu origin living in the United States. That's their first. Anybody of my Tamil, my Hindi, my Urdu, my Gujarati background, first preference. Oh, if that doesn't happen, any Indian is okay. Or any Hindu Indian is okay. Or any non-Hindu Indian is okay. Then any non-Indian is okay. So in the end, the parents, if they love their children enough, they are accepting. So, but that's true. Ostracized, it all depends on the family. If the family is a forgiving family, it's going to accept the difference. And I'm coming to, this leads into the other question of not only, different gender marriages, same-sex marriages, the same thing. First preference, no. But if that's inevitable, if you love your child enough, you're going to be accepting and supportive, and because ultimately it's all about family. That's where this situation comes. I'm going to conclude this answer with one small snippet. In the Hindu temple, which has been functioning with a fully ordained priest from 2003, I think there's only one marriage where the couple were both of Indian origin. Children who grow up here meet their colleagues, their friends, their schoolmates, they marry each other. So very often it's a non-Hindu marrying a Hindu with a ceremony in both faiths. One of the most interesting of intermarriages was a ceremony between a Hindu and a Jewish faith couple, wherein the Jewish family wanted their ceremony first before the Hindu, while the Hindu family wanted their ceremony before. Ultimately, the religious leaders, our Hindu priest and their religious leader, met and they figured out a ceremony where things went one after the other, and it was celebrated at our Hindu temple. And I know it because at that time I was working as the manager of the temple and I facilitated this thing. In the end, the party was the most enjoyable. Everybody was there. They didn't care. It was before the ceremony that the angst was there for the couple while the parents argued about it. And to tell you the truth, none of the four parents were really strict followers of their own faiths. But when it came to the wedding, they were arguing about it. But that was the extreme example. But almost, I think 99% of the weddings being celebrated at our Hindu temple are interreligious weddings, which is inevitable because the younger generation is the immigrant population, first generation immigrants in the country. Why are we worried? Yes. But I come from a tradition which is 6,000 years old, with every faith bombarding it, so that the old Vedic religion is no longer the Hinduism of today. It's transmigrated in so many forms, but still is rich and lovely and rich. I'm happy to get the new flavors. My favorite food now is Mediterranean or pasta. I hardly ever cook Indian food except on special days in the thing. Am I less a Hindu? No. I love these new flavors. new cultures, new thoughts. It makes me grow. It makes my mind expand and understand different things. It lets me go, give up the bad things in me or the negative aspects of my faith and imbibe the good aspects of my faith.